Man,
I
that's a rough
debated
one.
going to Costco to get like $1.50 hot dog because, money. But then I was like, it doesn't make sense.
What didn't it make sense?
To get to Costco from the Magic Kingdom is like
Oh,
an hour and a
you're
half.
leaving.
I thought you
You're
meant-
leaving. I was like, from your house? Of course,
No,
not.
from
you.
Magic
It's $1.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Grim Grinning Dads. My name is Caleb, and joining me are my fellow dads and co-hosts, Tyler and Charlie. Now, before we get started with our show today, a quick note. We are all travel advisors who specialize in Disney destinations, but we are no way affiliated or employed by or representing the Walt Disney Company in any way. Everything that we're going to share here today comes from our own experiences, our own opinions, and plenty of debates. Like right before we got on here, like we were about to get into it, we said we're going to save it. So today we're going to talk about a really big topic, things that we think are overrated and underrated in Walt Disney World and little bits of Walt Disney's Disneyland. So from rides, restaurants, shows, snacks, we're gonna be calling out things that may or may not be living up to the hype, and also shedding some light on some hidden gems along the way. So you might want to grab some popcorn, maybe a churro. We'll get into that later.
Just not from Orlando.
Yeah, hold on to a doom buggy because it's about to get real. You know what, Tyler? I think we're gonna start off with you. Start us off, man.
You may regret that, Caleb.
I might.
So my first one, I know you said to not come out swinging, but this one's directed mainly for you. Casey's Corner is overrated.
No, it's not.
It
You're
really
so
is.
wrong.
Here's the thing. Like, I love a good hot dog, but if I'm going all the
As you
way
should.
to Magic Kingdom, I'm going to want something that's a little bit more unique. And Casey's Corner just doesn't do it for me. Really, the only redeeming quality it has is the piano player right outside, which those are always incredible, great ambiance, but you don't have to go into Casey's Corner to appreciate what those guys are doing. In fact, you can be over at the stand to get the cheeseburger spring rolls and still hear the piano from Casey's Corner. So that's going to be my first one. Just if that's what you're getting for multiple meals, especially, we can do better.
Do you want to know how many hot dogs we had on my last trip last week? Like we had probably, like, at every park we probably had at least 3 foot long hot dogs. Like that's probably a conservative number.
That's a lot of sodium, dude.
It wasn't just me eating them. All right. Wasn't just me. We'd split them in half because, like, it's like the $12 hot dogs. Like,
Which also, like, to my point, like, if you know things are going to be expensive, like, let's get something that is a little bit better or a little more unique to where you are.
yeah, but if you split the hot dog, now it's $6 a piece.
Now, the only acceptable variation of a hot dog at Disney World, in my opinion, is the Ronto wrap, which, of course, breakfast, lunch, or dinner is a great
So good.
choice if you don't want to do a sit down.
So good. Yeah, Ronto wraps are good. Man, I can't believe you're hating on the hot dogs. They're properly rated.
According
Best
to
hot
who?
dogs. Best hot dogs.
Man, that's a rough one.
I debated going to Costco to get like $1.50 hot dog because, money. But then I was like, it doesn't make sense.
What didn't it make sense?
To get to Costco from the Magic Kingdom is like,
Oh,
An hour and
you're
a half.
leaving.
I thought you
You're
meant-
leaving. I was like, from your house? Of course,
No,
not.
from the
you. It's
Magic Kingdom.
$1.50. Well, that's the best thing you can do.
they're that's
They're
the best
great.
lunch anybody
And
can have.
a Costco hot dog is a perfectly acceptable
And it comes with a
time
drink.
and place to get
It comes
one.
with a drink. It comes with a drink and a refill.
Mhm.
Like, you can refill your drink.
Because $1.50 is about all that they're worth, if we're being honest. Don't spend $10 on a hot dog just because you're at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
And I would argue the Costco ones are probably better quality.
I think so.
I would say they're about the same. About the same.
So I'm proven right. 1 for 1.
Yeah, you did it. You did it. All
Coming
right,
out
check one.
swinging.
We'll
I
put one
don't
on
like
Tyler's
it.
box.
I think you're outrageous, and they are properly rated. Properly.
All right, Charlie, what do you got?
Okay. Well, you came out swinging, but I'm not gonna do that. I think this one is an overrated. We kind of already talked about this one before in Magic Kingdom, and those
Y'all are hating on Magic Kingdom.
turkey legs.
Okay, that's fair.
Are absolutely terrible in Magic Kingdom. They're dry. Every time I've gotten them, I'm like, I'm definitely craving a turkey leg today, and like it's definitely like, I just want to walk around like a caveman and eat a turkey leg, right? I get it, and I have a couple bites of it, and I'm like, man, I am a sad boy right now, and this is not going so well for me. And now I'm carrying this turkey leg, and I feel obligated to eat it because it was like $12 as well or more. I don't actually know the amount.
$12 hot dog doesn't sound so ridiculous now, does it?
It does.
Well, you do get a lot more food for the money with the turkey leg.
Yeah, but the hot dog tastes better.
Well, I don't know that I've had one in Magic Kingdom, but Disneyland turkey legs are legit. Especially they do seasonal ones. So like this time of year for Halloween, they have a buffalo turkey leg that you can get in DCA. That is phenomenal. Extremely messy, very shareable, but delicious.
Buffalo turkey leg.
Would they just dip it in like buffalo sauce?
I think they actually inject it like you would like if you were like cooking a whole turkey, because there's like flavor throughout. Yeah. It's not just on the outside. Yeah.
Again,
it's for real.
I hate that this is proving the point that the food in Disneyland is better, but it's like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing they do in Disney World. In Disney World.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they don't do that stuff in World. You get the same turkey leg every single time you go, and you're sad about it.
You're sad.
But I think that's another example, one of many where like Disneyland caters more to locals who do a lot of repeat visits, so they have to switch things up more often to keep people coming back. Disney World does not feel the need to do that because people,
you're on a world stage.
With people like Caleb are the exception. Like a lot of people may visit, once every 5 years as opposed to 5 times in 1 year.
5 times in like 6 months.
Sure. Thanks for proving my point again.
There it is.
But yeah, like when you're more of a destination, you don't have to switch things up as much because, if somebody doesn't like something, it's like, well, maybe it'll be different 5 years from now when they go back, or maybe they never go back. But, the locals who can drive to Disneyland, they want something different every time they go. And, I think there's some good and bad to that. But I think for things like the seasonal treats that they come out with or variations on the normal foods that they have are one of the best things that they do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Disneyland is just a different animal.
It is.
Completely different animal. And yeah, Disney World is literally catering to people that are traveling from all over the world.
All over.
To this one spot. It's just what it is. All right, my turn.
Churros. Oh, I was trying to do it. Nope. Churros. Got it. Go for it.
Churros.
Yeah.
Overrated in both parks.
Oh.
We've hashed this out. You're just so wrong. You're so wrong.
It's a churro. I can get churros at the Mexican restaurant down the road.
You can get hot dogs at Costco.
You're right. That's a fair statement. It's a fair statement. But it's a churro. I would much rather go for any other dessert or any other snack than a churro.
But you know what you can't get anywhere else is a churro covered with like chocolate dust and filled with a spicy chocolate sauce during Star Wars night at Disneyland.
I was just going to say, with the exception to the Star Wars churros.
Good
I was
Lord.
literally just going to say that. The Star Wars churros are the exception because they go above and beyond a regular churro.
And
Like-
they don't hold back on them. When they say spicy chocolate, like that, it has a kick to it.
And they're great.
Nice.
They're
They're
great.
so good. They're so
But the
good.
classic one at Disneyland is also great.
They're better than the one in Disney World, hands down. But it's still just a churro. Still just a
Yeah.
churro.
So I have
Now-
I have churro on both lists. And I have the churro from Disney World is overrated and the churro from Disneyland is underrated. But
I
Yeah,
feel like the
that's
churro
my-
from
that's my
World is
take.
properly rated because most people just know it's not very good.
They just know it's not good.
Yeah.
Man,
If you've been to both, you just kind of know.
You do.
I've seen people walk around Disney World with a disappointment face on because they got a churro and they said it's not as great as they said it was.
Yeah.
No,
You're
those
on the
people,
wrong coast, buddy.
those people had those people are the turkey leg people. They're not. They didn't have churros. They're so sad. They're so sad. Those turkey leg people are so sad. They're just walking around. They're just walking around with a sad face.
They're
as
using
they-
the churro
as
to
they're
wipe
eating
the
it.
tears. What's that running down your face? Is that tears? No, it's turkey leg grease.
mixed with cinnamon from my churros that I use as a
Because I'm
napkin.
sad.
I'm so sad.
I'm not happy with this decision I've made, and I
Well,
have no choice but
Now
to
I'm
eat
curious about a cinnamon sugar turkey leg, how that would work.
Ooh,
Christmas.
interesting.
That's something to try for Christmas.
All right. Can I give an underrated?
Yes.
So I'm going to say something positive about Magic Kingdom. I'm also going to say something that Magic Kingdom does better than Disneyland. Yes, this might be the only thing. The People Mover is underrated.
Yeah.
I never got
Oh,
to
man.
experience it at Disneyland because it's been gone for quite some time, although the track is still there. So it's kind of this sad reminder that,
And it's an eyesore.
Good
that
God.
it used to be there. But yeah, I think the People Mover, if you just need like a little break in your day, get the nice breeze. I love how it goes in and out of multiple attractions around Tomorrowland, really gives that whole land a very like connected feel to it. So People Mover is definitely underrated.
Yeah, and it's really fun if you get the fancy ride through Space Mountain when Space Mountain lights are on, and you can see Space Mountain. That's super cool. It's also really fun when only your work lights turn on for the People Mover, and Space Mountain stays dark, so everybody in Space Mountain can see you, but you can't see them. Super fun. That happened to us this last trip. It was quite interesting. But yeah, no, the People Mover, top notch attraction. They should bring it back to Disneyland and do it better. But
Definitely.
they can't. They won't.
They really can't because they'd have to basically gut every building that the tracks go near to make it
Right.
work again. So it would they'd have to level all of Tomorrowland to make it work again.
Is that a bad thing?
That sounds like a budgetary
Um,
nightmare.
I think it's a logistical nightmare. Yeah.
Maybe. But if they redid People or the Tomorrowland altogether,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. It's one of those like,
not just for the People Mover, you'd have to do it.
No.
Do we need
so-
two of them?
because if you're losing Space Mountain, if you're losing Star Tours, if you're losing Buzz
Mhm.
Lightyear, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, then there's nothing there.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that's
Legitimately.
not true. You've got Autopia and you got the
And you got
submarines.
Nemo. But so for all intents and purposes, there's nothing there.
Yeah, that might as well just be lumped in with Matterhorn.
Is that a segue to your next one, Caleb?
No, it's Charlie's turn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with underrated from the lovely full day park that is Animal Kingdom is Cali River Rapids. It is one of our must-dos when it's open. Unfortunately, there are many times of year where it's on refurbishment, and makes it so that also there are times of year where it's probably cold enough down there. Probably not for those of us that are in the Northeast, but for those of us that, the Southerners, Kelly River Rapids could be, you're definitely going to get wet on that ride. And it's just a good experience. I love those. Yeah, you do. We always love a good water tube ride, and one that you can take with your whole family. It's just a lot of fun. So that's one for me.
I love Kali River Rapids so much. I was on it this last week when I was there, and I did bad dad commentary the whole time.
Yes,
it was great. Like, we're going up.
So
the
you
hill
were just yourself,
pretty much, and like we're going up the hill, right? Like up on the lift, and we get to the top, and I'm like, wow, man, it's beautiful up here. Man, it'd be a shame if like a deforestation company came in here and wiped out all these trees. And then like we come around the corner, and then like then there's like trees are gone, things on fire, and I'm like, whoa, deforestation. When did this happen? And then I was like, man, this ride's kind of a letdown. And then like you get to the fall, right? And I'm like, oh, let down. And then it's like, man, before we fell, I was like, I think we're about to make a splash. And I got soaked. I got so wet. It was
deserved.
Karma.
Just bad.
I've always enjoyed that ride. Although I do find the themes a little bit kind of depressing. So it's kind of a very un-Disney ride in a sense, but as a water ride, it's a very well-designed ride because there's no dry seat on any of those rafts. You're getting wet.
No. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the gal that sat next to me on that ride, they have those water jets that come across the like over top of the rafts, and they kind of hit the people that are on the far side. She had no idea it was coming, and it got her square in the forehead by the water jet. And it was the funniest. Like, it's just,
Can you give us a reenact? Oh, you just did it. You just did it right there. Was that her reenactment of what that looked like for her?
Well, her reaction was more about we all lost it.
Oh my God.
It was great. I feel so bad for her, but at the same time, I laughed at her pain, and I didn't feel bad about it.
Nor should you.
No, it was awesome.
No, I mean, there's warnings. There's warnings all throughout the entrance to that ride that tells you will get wet. It's not a question.
No, yeah, it says. In fact, I took a picture of it. You will get wet. You might get soaked. That's what the sign says.
Yep.
So
just the best.
Are we doing underrated or overrated? Underrated.
We did underrated. Yeah.
Underrated.
We're just flipping back and forth.
Okay. I'm gonna stay in Animal Kingdom. Okay, for a second.
All right.
Underrated. The walking trails at Animal Kingdom. Back in Gorilla Falls, you got the Asia Trail, and then you got the garden around the Tree of Life, the Oasis right out front. Like, there's so many walking trails that nobody sees because they're trying to rush to these attractions, and they're missing the actual attractions that Animal Kingdom was supposed to be about. Like, when I was there, nobody was seeing the otters, and otters are great.
Otters are awesome.
They're the best.
People are going to see that baby tiger, though.
No, there was nobody back there.
Really?
There was nobody back there.
Was there anyone in Animal Kingdom at all, though? You said it was pretty empty.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom was pretty. It was decent. Like, I think Pandora's Flight of Passage, I think, was like a 65-minute wait.
Okay,
so decent.
Yeah, that was a good day at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
but we were also at Animal Kingdom during the holiday weekend, so like, of course, numbers are going to be high. People from the
Labor
UK.
Day weekend.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so like, there was a lot of people from the UK that were there, and I was talking to this one family. They had no idea that there were walking trails at all. They're like, "Oh, I thought it was just these rides, and then you're done." I'm like, "No,
No.
There's so much more. Go walk the Oasis on your way out. Before you do that, walk around the Tree of Life. Before you do that, go hit Asia, go hit Gorilla Falls. Go see those things. Fun fact, my hand is the size of a 6-year-old gorilla. Brittany can attest to that. She knows. She saw it. Yeah, like it's a lot of fun. Those walking trails, you get to see some really cool things. So much more than a zoo. So much more than a zoo.
What would you say is the top of the walking trails that are in Animal Kingdom? What would be your rankings of them?
Probably Asia.
Agreed.
Number 1. After that, Gorilla Falls. After that, Tree of Life Garden. And then Oasis on the way out.
Okay. All right.
It's a lot of fun.
All worth visiting, though.
Oh, for sure. Go see them all. There are animals. When you walk by the Tree of Life, there's this giant catfish. It's probably 6 feet long. As a catfish. It's just huge. So 100%. Go see it.
Are you sure it wasn't a different fish in a catfish suit?
No, it is a catfish. It's like
wasn't it catfishing?
No, it wasn't a catfish.
Wow.
Oh my
Dad
goodness.
jokes.
Hold on. Let me
Dad
see.
jokes.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
While you do that, can I do my next overrated?
Yes, do it.
So my next one, we're going to jump over to Epcot. So to me, any table service restaurant in Epcot that is not in World Showcase is overrated. And my reasoning is, if you have all of those amazing restaurants to choose from, why would you choose to go to Coral Reef or Garden Grill? Or I haven't been to Space 220, but I've heard from many sources that it's a cool setting, but the food is nothing super special. When you have probably 6 or 8 really quality sit-down restaurants and then countless other quick service options from all around the world, I just can't imagine who would choose to go to, especially like Coral Reef is I've gone there twice. I don't know why I went back a second time. There was no reason to. But yeah, it's just beyond me when you have all of those other options available to you. Just makes no sense.
I get that. Coral Reef is great once.
Yep.
And it's not because of the food. It's because you get to see the kids gawking at the fish.
It's a giant aquarium.
You can
right?
You can do that after the Nemo ride, really, without having to go to a bad restaurant.
Right.
True.
That's fair.
I mean, isn't that where Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joey did a live radio recording from under in the aquarium?
Yep.
So I mean, right there, that's you should go there for that.
Yeah,
it's
the throwback nostalgia.
I'm just kidding. No, that's definitely not worth going to. It was a good my wife and I went there years ago, and we had a good experience there. It was fun, but it was that was our first big trip together. So anything we did was a lot of fun. But we went to Epcot almost every single night to have different meals, and the 8 restaurants that are there now are not the same 8 that were necessarily featured that many years ago, because this was more than 10 years ago, so before Sawyer was even a thought. So yeah.
And I will say, Garden Grill, I would say, is a pretty decent restaurant, but it's only when it's compared to the amount of variety that you have around that park, that I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal.
You get to eat with Mickey.
Okay,
you could do that anywhere though. There's all hundreds of places you can eat with Mickey in the world.
Can't do that in World Showcase.
That's okay.
They just wanted a spot where you can eat lunch, dinner, breakfast with Mickey in Epcot, and they were like, "Ooh, Garden Grill, we'll go there," because living with the land, and you can eat that food too. You have a salad with the salad made from that.
I mean, that is a thing, but you can definitely get salad that's made from living with the land elsewhere in Epcot. I believe like
Well,
the
you can't-
side salad that I got at Le Cellier, I think was from the greenhouse. So
Yeah, but you didn't get to eat it with Mickey, so
I don't think it made.
it's a poor reason. It's not a good reason.
No,
it's
it's
just
not
the
a good
only one
reason.
they got.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's an argument to be made there that you probably don't go to Epcot for character interaction specifically. And maybe some people do. But I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for when I'm at Epcot.
You got the
I
Royal
gotta meet
Banquet
Figment
Hall.
one of these days, guys. I gotta meet Figment. That's the only character interaction I want. I just want to give a big hug to
Have you
Figment.
never met
He hasn't been there.
Figment?
Nope. He hasn't been there. There haven't been meet and greets happening. The time that we went with my whole family a couple years ago was right before Figment was about to come back, and then Figment came back, and then there were those real sad Instagram reels of this one person going in and nobody waiting in line to like meet Figment, and just like them just hanging out with the Figment the person is Figment. Makes me real sad. I mean, Figment needs better representation. They got to do something.
Fair.
They got to do
I
something.
agree. I like Figment.
That's I think that's a topic for another episode. All right,
Well,
so we'll move on.
It's funny that we ended it, that we were in Epcot, because my next one's going to be an Epcot thing, and it's actually characters.
We skip over Charlie.
What? No, didn't we?
We skip
didn't we
Charlie.
just do it?
Yeah, I just talked, but that
Yes.
wasn't
yeah,
one of
okay,
my
fine.
things.
You do yours. Do yours.
That's all right. We're kind of, you're just really excited about yours, right?
I am, because you said it. You literally talked about it. Both of you guys did, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. But you go.
Okay.
Give me yours.
Overrated. I'm gonna go with 6. I don't know how many of these we're gonna get through, because I want to definitely highlight this one. I'm kind of happy that it's going away. I'm gonna go back visit Animal Kingdom again. Happy that it's disappearing. Dinosaur sucks.
No.
Dinosaur's
No.
terrible.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
It is. I guess I could have put this in the hot takes episode. It is a ride that, I mean, I might as well just sit in a chair, have somebody grab me from behind, and just go like in the dark. And just do it in the dark, because like you don't really see anything.
You see the dinosaurs.
You kind of see them
right there.
And like, I knew I didn't like dinosaur when I rode. I was the only person in my party. I'm the only one who, like, I'm the one who gets motion sick every time. Everyone else was nauseous coming off dinosaur. That's not good.
That's funny.
And I've experienced what that same track ride can be when it's done correctly, and you can see where you're going in Indiana Jones at Disneyland. So I know that it can be good, but like it just, and here's the thing, I love dinosaurs, and my kid loves dinosaurs, like loved dinosaurs before he got into YouTube. He used to love dinosaurs, all the dinosaurs.
Make sure he likes, follows, and subscribes to our
Right,
channel.
yeah, he's got to like, follow, and
he
subscribe.
He shares the YouTube with me.
Okay.
So he sees our videos pop up, like, because I do watch them to kind of see how flow goes and everything. But yeah, dinosaur for me, I was really hoping, and I had never experienced it prior to that trip. And we all went on it and came off of it, and I mean, we had to there's that like little area after dinosaur where you walk out. I was hoping for better merch coming off of that ride.
They got the hand puppets.
Through, it was okay. I mean, sure, those do exist
from the pre-show.
It's there. Yeah, it's there. But I went through, we come off, and outside of the ride, outside of outside of the store, there are a lot of different benches.
Mm-hmm.
That's on purpose. because a lot of people get off that ride feeling nauseous.
And they need to
And
lay down.
they need to lay down. I mean, again, it was it's not cool, man. Not cool. So that's my.
I mean, here's what I think is cool about Dinosaur is that it's unlike anything else Disney has done, like from a theming standpoint. Like, yes, they brought over the ride system from Indiana Jones, which is inarguably a better ride overall. But I like that it's a little bit scarier. Like, I mean, I'd say, like, when my daughter was under about 5, I wouldn't want to take her on Dinosaur because it'd probably be too much. I love that, and I think it's really interesting that a lot of people go on it now. They don't know that it was based on a movie because the movie did not do very well. And I think it's interesting that Disney kept it basically the same way that it was when it opened, despite the movie that it's based on not doing well. And it has kind of stood the test of time because of its uniqueness in being a little bit more of a thrill ride without being like a roller coaster or something like that. So it's something that has kind of anchored that side of the park for a very, very long time. But it only makes sense to upgrade it to Indiana Jones because we know what that experience is like. And I know it'll be a completely different story to the attraction that's at Disneyland, but I think it's just a natural kind of evolution of that ride.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, and I love Dinosaur for the simple fact has nothing to do with the ride. But as you walk into the attraction, there's a giant T-Rex fossil outside, right? And it is a replica of the T-Rex dinosaur Sue, which was found in Sioux Falls or in South Dakota and was like stored in Sioux Falls, which is where I'm from, and all that stuff. Like the whole story behind that T-Rex is incredible. And that's one of the big old perks of South Dakota, that we've got the most complete fossil of a T-Rex, which is cool.
Yeah, the only other, benefit of Sioux Falls, South Dakota is corn sweat.
Yeah, it's a thing. That's a
corn
thing.
Sweat.
Corn sweat. It's a thing.
We were being educated before we started recording.
We were.
Yeah.
Corn sweat.
Corn sweat. It's a thing.
It
gets humid here because corn
Google
sweats. Would, honestly.
All
Be
right,
informed,
Caleb.
everybody. Okay, back to Epcot. It's okay. Characters in Epcot. Overrated. Meeting characters in Epcot
just in general
is overrated. Now, the only exception is Figment, like you were saying, because that's the only place you can meet him. But like, you can meet Mickey in Magic Kingdom, and it's a much better experience. You can meet Minnie in Magic Kingdom or any of the other parks, and it's a much better experience. Like Communicore Hall and the Mickey meet and greet right there. Why? I don't get it. Moana's cool, meeting Moana, but you can also meet her at Animal Kingdom. I don't see the point of having those IPs and those characters in Epcot at all.
Well, the one that makes the most sense is probably Donald Duck in Mexico.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. And like, that's it. That and Figment. Outside of that, why are you here? Like, Elsa Anna, I'll give you that in Norway, fine. But like the entire royal banquet having all the princesses there, I don't get it. Because like, it's Norwegian food. And why do we have all these princesses here? I'm confused.
It was an excuse to charge people for a character breakfast.
Yeah,
right.
that
Makes no sense.
That thing.
Yeah, like that. Jasmine in Morocco feels weird.
Yeah.
Like, Jasmine is from Agrabah, not Morocco. Like, weird.
Is Agrabah a real place, though?
Well, but while we're at it, neither is Arendelle. But they,
right.
replaced a perfectly good attraction with Frozen.
Yeah. The only other character that I can let them slide with is Mary Poppins in the UK. Like, because you can't meet her anywhere else. Well, no, you can't.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
don't think you can.
Nope, you can't. So like, that's it. Outside of those, like, get them out. We don't need them. Epcot doesn't need them. So I think it's an overrated, overhyped, and overmarketed. They just shouldn't do away with it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I have another underrated. And we're going to go to Hollywood Studios. And this is something that's been around, I think, since the park opened or very shortly after. But the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular
Ooh,
Hell
is
yeah.
so underrated. It's
so good.
so good. It holds up incredibly well. All those practical stunts. I don't care how many times I've seen it. It's still impressive. Like when they move the initial set that you see, and then it's like the full like city backdrop. It's incredible. Yeah, I think I've seen it multiple times in a day before because I was just like, holy cow, like it's so good. So I think there needs to be more things like that in other parks for sure.
Yeah. The Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, so good, so good. The first time I saw it back when I first went to Disney World in 2018, like I was like, no way he just got ran over by that boulder. Like
Hell
that
yeah,
just
he
happened.
did.
And then like the spikes coming out of the ground, incredible. The plane on fire, incredible. Falling from the buildings, it's just fun. Good fun. Getting the crowd involved too, like they get people from the crowd. Definitely need to. That's definitely a go watch, go see, in my book. Every
For
time,
sure. I love that one.
every time.
Do you guys remember the I'm gonna read because I just googled it. The Lights Motors Action Extreme Stunt Show.
Yes.
I never saw it, and I wish I would have.
Dude, it was so cool. It's one of those things. I don't know why they got rid of it. Maybe it wasn't filling up. Maybe people weren't enjoying it as much as they
Isn't
wanted
that
to.
where Batu is now?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I
it
think that's
certainly
why
is.
they got rid of it.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of it. That makes sense. I mean, it was a really cool. It was a really cool stunt show, and they had a car that looked like it was driving backwards, but was actually driving forward. But like the car was actually like designed to look like it was the opposite way, and like half of it, and there was explosions and jumping, like it was just jumping like motorcycles and all that kind of stuff. Super cool. But Indiana Jones is absolutely needs to stay, and they need to do. If they can do more things like Indiana Jones or like that stunt show, that would be really awesome because those those stage shows are so cool.
That gets back to the heart of Hollywood Studios, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what it was about. And like, for whatever reason, Disney feels the need to just shove IP down people's throats
so much.
Like,
well, the problem is now, like, there's nothing that is shot like that, like with practical effects.
Right.
So, if you were to do a show like that now, it'd just be a guy in front of a blue screen.
Right.
Like, that's not interesting.
Riding a giant duct tape animal, and then they're like, "Oh, look, he's riding an elephant or whatever."
Yeah, and like, and it's so much that way now that like when a movie is shot with any kind of practical effects, that's like a big selling point of the movie. It's like, oh, like Christopher Nolan shot this, it's all on film, there's no practical effects. It's like, well, yeah, because he's the only guy in the world who could actually make that happen.
Right. Or like it's another Tom Cruise movie and he's doing all of his own stunts, like
all of them.
Right. I think that, like, I don't know who owns the rights to Mission Impossible, but I feel like if you're going to do like a newer version of Indiana Jones, it would have to be a Mission Impossible themed stunt show. I think that'd be awesome.
Is that Universal? No, it's
I
not.
don't think so.
It's not
I think it's Paramount. I think it's Paramount.
It is Paramount.
But
Same
like
with
Disney or Universal, one of them should buy the rights, the theme park rights, and do a stunt show for that. I think it'd be so cool.
Be so
cool.
But the problem is that they'd have to get Tom Cruise in there because Tom Cruise doesn't have any stunt doubles.
Hey, Tom, we know you're retiring. Would you like to do a residency
stunts?
in Hollywood Studios in the back corner and do a show 5 times a day? How do you feel about
Right.
that?
Right.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He jumps up
and
on a
he'd
couch
come
and
back
yells,
with,
"I
"Show
love
me
this
the
woman."
money."
Yeah.
He'd come
Or
back,
says,
"Show me the money."
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
All right, Charlie, got another underrated?
Yeah, looking down my list, I'm gonna say that just based on the lines and the lack of lines for this ride, it is severely underrated in the echelon of Hollywood studios, and it's kind of one of the first of its kind for sure. And I'm gonna go with Star Tours.
Had a feeling
Star
that's where you're
Tours,
going.
yeah, Star Tours for me was fantastic, even when it was the same ride every time. And now that they have different skins of things, and it's not the same pilot every single time, and you get C3PO on there now. It's just really kind of brings you into that Star Wars universe, and just walking through the pre-show and seeing like a full-size version of the Star Cruiser that you're going to go on, and seeing R2D2 and C3PO kind of interacting together. It's just, I don't know. I think that they really still take a lot of care in what they do when they're doing the Imagineering of the different rides and all of that kind of stuff. But it really seems like the amount of tender loving care that was put into Star Tours still resonates this many years later, to the point where now they've added in a new thing where you could be the is it the Empire spy? Like you end up getting, you could be chosen as the spy on the Star Tours, which is just
Done it. I've been there.
fantastic. You were the guy?
I was the guy.
Of course you were.
It was wild.
I just have one minor, very nerdy issue with Star Tours because of how random it is. You can't think too much about the timeline because it's all over the place.
Yes.
And as a huge Star Wars nerd, it's like, why did we just jump from the Battle of Naboo to the Battle of Hoth to like the scene from Ahsoka, which takes place like way after Return of the Jedi? Like, none of this makes sense.
Wormholes,
But
man.
I mean, it's awesome.
Wormholes.
Sure. But
you can explain
think it works that way.
anything away with wormholes, right? Doesn't it? You just jump through a wormhole, and all of a sudden, like in Star Trek, you're back in the past, and you're
I guess if they can just say somehow Palpatine returned, then anything works, right?
This is true.
I was just gonna say, and I was like, well, Palpatine's still around, so
He's back. Yeah. Was it a clone?
Happen.
Was it not a clone?
It can
I
happen.
don't know.
No, I just I love Star Tours. I enjoy it more.
I just can't think about it too much because then I'm just
no.
It's not right.
No,
you can't.
No, you just gotta accept it.
That whole area is a tough thing, being that it's Batuu now. Like Star Tours is separate from the Batuu area
because it's still in
which
like
is
the
also
back
weird.
lot.
Yeah, it's still in the back lot.
Which is why everything out front looks
tour.
like it's from a set.
Right.
Like that's why there's only half of the AT-AT there, because it's built to look like it's on a movie set.
Right. Which is cool.
And the trees, trees are
fits.
half trees.
And to the left of that, there used to be the Honey I Shrunk the Kids. Well, that. Yep. The Jedi Training Academy was right there. That stage is still there, and it will remain there. Just stays there by itself. But off to the left, next to the food area, there was the Honey I Shrunk the Kids play set. Which was basically a giant playground. Now, I was a little too old when that came about, but I loved that. It was the coolest thing. Giant ant in there you could get on. Of course I did. The giant ant that was in there, you could like get on its back, take pictures. I mean, that kind of stuff. I think it brings us back to that conversation that we've had about how the theming doesn't feel like it's cohesive anymore. The backlot was like so good. It was so good. And they had a backlot tour that you could go to, and like it would show all the different props. That was really cool for somebody who was really interested in that kind of thing. So Star Tours, underrated.
All right. You ready for mine?
Ready.
All right. Underrated. Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
Okay.
Very underrated. Like, that's a Walt Disney original. Those birds are some incredible audio animatronics for their time. The show is very cute. Lots of fun. The song stuck in your head worse than probably Small World. And it's a great place to just get out of the heat and enjoy some AC. Yeah.
Are you talking about either one?
So Disneyland is the OG, right? Disney World got it, and then Disney World changed it, and it was under new management. And then they were like, you know what?
We don't talk about that.
Right. Then they said, we've made a mistake. Let's do the exact same thing that Disneyland has, because people love that one. And now it's effectively the same thing at both now.
The actual show is the same. I think
Right.
the difference for me is the waiting area outside.
Right.
With the Dole Whip stand right there. And it has like the interactive elements when you're waiting with like all the different gods that start talking while you're waiting. Whereas at World, they have more of like a traditional kind of queue.
Yeah. Which Disneyland, obviously the Disneyland one, being a Walt Disney purist like I am, and now I've come to love Disneyland a lot because of that. I like the Disneyland one overall more, but the show at both of them is the same. So I never have to wait in that queue in Disney World because there's nobody ever in line.
Right.
Never.
No.
So like,
but there's something nice about like you get your Dole Whip, you're sitting on one of those rocks, and then suddenly like this thing comes alive behind you and starts talking.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just incredible. And then the little fun fact about the Tiki Room at Disneyland, originally it was going to be a dinner show, which is why it's kind of a larger building, and it's the only attraction that has its own dedicated bathroom, because it was intended to be a restaurant and a show.
That's
so
cool.
The bathroom that's attached to the Tiki Room is one of like the best kept secrets around the park. It's probably one of the nicer bathrooms around there too, which that might be a great episode topic. Best bathrooms.
For sure. For sure. And it's not any of them over by Cosmic Rewind in Epcot. Just saying.
Nope.
But no, the Enchanted Tiki Room is heavily underrated. It just doesn't get the love that it deserves. And you listening, if you ever are in Disneyland or Disney World, go see that show. Those birds are actually really cool, and the song's fun, and you're in the AC. So, yeah. What about you, Tyler?
Going back to overrated?
Yeah, let's do it overrated.
All right. So here's my kind of big swing. Overrated is pretty much all of California Adventure. It is kind of a mishmash of things now. I think originally having a park that was themed to California might have been an okay idea, even though it's not what they originally wanted to do. They wanted to make Westcott, so West Coast Epcot, but that was going to go extremely over budget. So they had to pivot and make something sort of California themed. But of course, that's out the window now. And when they're going to be adding all the Pandora stuff, Cars Land is already there, Avengers Campus, all the Pixar stuff. Like the only thing that's any California at all is the Grizzly Peak area. But I feel like that
Which
just
is still fun.
it's still fun, but now it sticks out compared to everything else because it
Mhm.
doesn't have the same level of theming as the rest of the park. So I think the thing that's overrated, they just need to abandon this whole idea that it's California Adventure, and they need to rebrand it as something else because it's lost any meaning of being California Adventure. There are things I like about that park. I love the way they do Oogie Boogie Bash.
Mhm.
I love the food and wine festival that they do. However, it's just on a normal day without any of those extra events going on. It's not especially compared to the park right across the way. It's just not it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. Well, and like when I was there for the first time last year, like California Adventure was kind of underwhelming. Like you walk in and you're like, okay. Like it feels like a mixed up, mashed up of Hollywood studios in Florida trying to meet Epcot and also trying to be its own unique thing. And it doesn't really make any sense. Like how do you get to walk in like the California stuff and then you're at Pixar Pier or like Cars is just right there. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And then
weird.
like even when they finish like when they finish Pandora and the expanded Avengers campus, like think about like how are you going to transition from one area to the other? Because Pandora's going to run right into Avengers, which runs right into Cars Land, which runs right into San Francisco, which runs right into Pixar Pier. Like there's no cohesion at all.
No, there's not. And the sight lines are horrible.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, it could be like Hollywood Studios bad with these sightlines.
Right. Like it's you're not wrong. Like, I'm in Andy's backyard. Why can I see Batu? That's
Yeah.
weird. Or why can I see
Yep.
the Tower of Terror anywhere?
Because it's
Yeah,
tall.
it's just I don't know. I love Pixar Pier. Pixar Pier is awesome. Each one of those lands actually are awesome. They just don't mesh well together.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, like, we should next year. Let's make a plan. We need to do Oogie Boogie Bash, just so you guys can experience it, because that is the one time I've been in that park, and I'm like, okay, all of this makes sense. Because when you're there and there's not any special event going on, there's a whole lot of dead space in that park,
Yeah.
and they do a lot to fill it in during Oogie Boogie with the treat trails and the character meet and greets and the parades and stuff like that, and they do a really, really good job. But when none of that is there, it's really noticeable that there's just a whole lot of there's like a giant empty courtyard next to the Hyperion Theater. It's like, what is this for?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, speaking of parades at DCA, weirdest thing, right? Why does the Pixar parade, whatever that's called,
Pal around?
yeah. No,
Yeah, Pal around. Yeah,
that's the Ferris wheel.
that's the Ferris wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mickey's Wheel of Death. Great ride.
Yes.
Love that ride.
Yes. Agreed.
But like that Pixar parade comes right into Avengers Campus essentially, right over by
it does.
Guardians. It's like right there, and it's like that don't make any sense.
Because that's
Like,
where the
why?
gate is.
Right, but it's like you got Toy Story in Avengers Campus. It's just awkward.
I mean,
Feels
Steve
weird.
Rogers had a he had an Andy. He had a Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Still weird.
No, Tony Stark had a Buzz Lightyear. There you go. Sorry.
I was gonna say, didn't Chris Evans, wasn't he the voice of
Yes, he
Buzz
was.
Lightyear?
Yeah,
Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
Hey, we just found our cohesion
did
right
it.
there.
It's a cohesive
Okay, but
park. You're both wrong now.
Explain Turning Red or explain The Incredibles. Like you can't.
They're superheroes.
Stop it. No, they're not Avengers.
They're
She was
kind
a-
of the
She
Fantastic
was a
Four.
superhero. The
Okay,
panda was a
I'll give you
superhero.
that. They are kind of the Fantastic Four.
They are.
They're pretty close. All right, I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Except for Dash doesn't start on fire. Jack does, but Dash doesn't. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Overrated. DCA. I agree. Charlie, give me an overrated.
I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with Frozen in Epcot. I think that is an overrated ride. I think that the it being where it is doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, it does because it's Norway, but like again, Arendelle, it's not Norway. I think that the amount of time you wait for it and the amount of things that potentially could technically go wrong with the ride while you're on it is a problem.
I got stuck on it.
Yeah.
This last week.
Oh,
Continue. Sorry. Yeah.
that's
Again.
I forgot.
Yeah. I forgot I got stuck on it.
Yeah. That's one of those things. I mean, they there were times, a couple of times that I've ridden it where Anna doesn't have a moving mouth. Like it's just like she's just like frozen. Not a joke.
She did freeze.
She's literally not moving. She's literally
and it's those
not moving.
creepy projected faces too.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate those.
But Olaf is great in there.
Olaf is good. Yes, Olaf is good.
Sven is also awesome.
So
Like,
Charlie, I
everybody
actually
else
had the same thing as my overrated for Epcot.
Mhm.
And really, I mean, part of it is that I remember Maelstrom in all its glory, which was just a phenomenal ride. But also Frozen, like it has some really, really great scenes, but then it also has like this really long hallway that's not themed at all while you're on the ride. Like after you go backwards, when Elsa's singing,
What's
there's
that
a pretty
about?
long stretch of corridor that they just didn't theme. So it's
Yeah.
like, what did we run out of
And then-
money right here?
and then they try to mask it with the cold
the
smoke thing, the smoke
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, so it's like if you're gonna do this, like at least do it right. Like I don't, cut corners like that really really bother me. But yeah, it doesn't really fit there. But I get what they're trying to do. They didn't have enough attractions in World Showcase, so they're trying to drive people back there, which makes sense. But that ride to me feels like that belongs in a Hollywood Studios, not in an Epcot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you also stick Remy in the back corner, and so that's going to drive people to World Showcase because literally in the back corner, and it breaks down.
But at least
Remy
his
makes
story
sense.
takes place in an actual city
place. Yeah.
that is represented in World Showcase.
Yeah. True.
Yep. I enjoy Remy. Remy's good. But I agree. Frozen Ever After is a very overrated ride. I only ride it if the wait time's low, or like my daughter loves Frozen. It's like we'll do Frozen with her.
Yeah.
But like outside, I will not go out of my way to ride it.
Yeah, I did it last time because my daughter was with me and we had one more lightning lane to use, and that was really it.
Yep. I get it. Totally get it. Overrated. All right. One more overrated. Let me see here. I'm gonna probably go back to Magic Kingdom. And I'm gonna say Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is overrated. The wait time is never worth it. And unless I see it below 20 minutes, I will always pass. The animatronics are great, but they're also the projected faces like on Frozen Ever After, which I feel like is just a shortcut. The final scene with Snow White dancing and the Evil Queen is a decent ending, but like
It's too short.
Like 120 minutes for like 60 seconds of a roller coaster. Like honestly, like for the people, I understand like it's Snow White, it's a cute ride, and it's a low thrill roller coaster style ride. But like, if you want a roller coaster ride for your kids, you're better off going to Storybook Circus and getting on Goofy's Barnstormer. Like, it's a much better ride with no wait, and your kids will probably have a better time. Like, honestly. Yeah, and like you said, the ride itself is just way too short. Like, by the time you're on and they send you out, you're right back to the station. It's a lot like Tron.
Yeah.
Tron is also one of those rides where I'm just like, I don't have to ride you at all, and I'm okay. But yeah, not a big Seven Dwarfs Mine Train fan, and also like it's kind of obnoxious in that like it's in the middle of New Fantasyland. Like it just feels weird that it's right there in the middle. Like, why is there a mine in the middle of New Fantasyland and not like, I don't know, on the edge?
That's where they found the gems.
But like, shouldn't that be like in a mountain or like in a mountain?
Yes, but budget.
Like, yeah,
It's all budget.
Right, budget. Right.
It's all budget.
And that's the other thing. Like, you can't get many people on that ride.
No.
Like,
That's why you have to wait 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, that's really why it takes so long, because
Like,
it's a low capacity.
You can't get people on because they don't have enough space to run trains. They just don't. And
I will say it's a much better ride at night than it is during the day. So that's one thing. Like when we get to go to the Christmas party, if the wait time is short enough, that is one that I wouldn't mind doing at night, because it's a really cool vibe at night compared to during the day. But it's not something I would wait more than like 15 or 20 minutes for.
Right. Yeah, it's just I don't see how it's worth what it is, and people run to it in the morning. They rope drop that thing, and I'm like, why wouldn't you rope drop anything else? Like,
well, I think the argument could be is because it's individual lightning lane. So if you're really trying not to pay for the individual lightning lane, then you beeline for that. So it's that or Tron.
I'd choose Tron. That launch,
I would too.
Incredible.
Even though we know you don't like Tron anyway, but it is better than Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. Like, there's Seven Dwarfs, and then there's like Tron. Like that's where they're right there. Tron, that launch, after that launch, it's just like, woo, we're done. But that launch is incredible.
It's really fast.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all that, man.
So I've got one more underrated, right?
Do one more underrated.
All right. So we're going to hop coast, go over to Disneyland. And my underrated is one of the original opening day attractions, and that is the Disneyland Railroad. It's a classic. It's a great way to tour around the park. It's also a nice way to kind of take a load off if you just want to be off your feet for a little bit. They have the really cool dioramas as you pass from the Tomorrowland station back up towards Main Street. I don't know why they're there, but I'm glad that they are. But yeah, it's just a really cool kind of little piece of Disney history. And then if you're one of the lucky ones, you can get to ride in the Lily Bell, which is the last car on one of the trains, which is named after Walt's wife, and has a lot of design touches that she picked out specifically. So that's another cool little nod to going all the way back to 1955 when it opened.
Nice. Yeah, that train, there's something too about like those are the trains that Walt personally touched. Like,
those are things
he conducted those trains.
Yep.
Like, that's a big deal. And they're real steam engines. Like, that's the other thing. Like, that there's no gimmick to them. They are real trains. It's amazing. And dinosaurs, right? You get dinosaurs in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So like, you have a kid that wants to see some dinosaurs, put them on the train. They'll see some
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if you're exhausted at the end of the day and you're in Toontown, you don't have to trek all the way back up through
yeah.
the crowds. Just hop on the train, and it's not that long of a ride because that from all the way to the back, all the way to the front, you're probably there in like 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, and you don't have to get exhausted doing it or walk on your feet that are already screaming at you because you didn't wear Crocs.
Or you did wear Crocs.
Dude, I don't have any problems with my Crocs. I tell you what.
You don't have plantar fasciitis.
You're right, I don't.
Hello, I do. If I wore Crocs, you guys would have had to carry me back. Like I wouldn't have made it back to the.
I'm pretty
the
sure we
hotel.
almost had to carry you back anyway.
Almost.
This might be true.
Almost, but you didn't. And I did walk it. For
You
some
did.
reason.
Was
Why
it
didn't I
you,
Uber?
Tyler? Was it you that we figured out the bus thing in Disneyland? Yeah, it was like, huh.
Yeah, we figured it out later.
We've made mistakes. We
made
made a lot of mistakes.
We walked it every single day and didn't have to.
Lots of mistakes. Whatever.
Lots of mistakes were made.
Yeah, we learn these things the hard way, so you don't have to.
We do.
Yeah, that's right.
We do. Yeah, we definitely do. All right, my last underrated. I'm gonna go with the Storybook Canal ride at Disneyland.
Ooh.
I adored being on that. Those miniature scenes were fabulous, and the narration and the fact that they've added newer IP to the different scenes was really fantastic. I thought it was really cool, and they don't really specifically call out exactly what the things are, but they like allude to the story that you're seeing, and that's pretty cool too, because like as somebody who really likes to figure out like what actor was in this movie or what movie that is that they're trying to do, like trivia, that type of stuff. Going through the canal ride and having it be like, okay, so wait, what is this one? Oh, that's Frozen. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's Snow White. Like just going through and kind of being able to, exercise my brain. And if you have the opportunity to do it, definitely do it at night, because that's what we got to do.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool. So
And then
cool.
the first time my family went to Disneyland after my daughter was born, we got on that ride, and we did not realize that they stop it when the fireworks are going on. So we were stopped on one of the boats while the fireworks were going.
No
and
way.
we're like right behind the castle, and like talk about like you couldn't plan for that really, but it was unbelievable. So yeah, that ride has a special place for me. And then one other thing that I love that's not even really about that ride itself is that you have the Casey Jr. train right above it, and it just adds this like kinetic energy to the ride. And like you feel like you're part of this larger kind of fantasy land. And it's just like that kind of stuff is I don't know, that's what makes Disneyland really special, that I feel like Disney World just doesn't quite replicate.
That's an accurate statement. You're not wrong. That is 100% true. Those storybook canals, right? Like the first time I ever jumped on that, I was super confused as to what it was. I had no idea, right? Get on there and I'm like, what are we doing? And the cast member was like, oh, you'll see. It's like, that's not helpful. Like, am I going to get wet? We're getting on a boat. Am I getting wet? And the answer to that is no. But like the little touches that they do in their storytelling of each different area is superb. It's incredible. And like you're saying, Charlie, it's one of those things where you're just like, wait, I don't remember that. And like Mr. Toad has his house there, right? Like, and that was one of those things where I was like, I don't know that story as well as I thought I did. And then like they make that joke, right? Like that he was off to somewhere in no particular place or whatever however they say it. No place in particular. That's what it is. And you're just like, after I did that, I went and rode Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and found out how disturbing that ride is.
Right.
and then
that
should
have been one of my underrated. That ride rocks. It is
it's a good ride.
It is trippy. It's amazing.
And it's very clear he's guilty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They make sure to let you know he is guilty. And then he goes right to no place in particular. But it's so cool. I really, really dig that attraction.
Yeah,
a lot.
Cool.
Highly recommend it. Everybody should ride that. And it's always a no wait or like 5 minutes. Always. So one more underrated for me. I've got a few. I'm probably let's go with I know it's I'm gonna say Small World is underrated.
Be more specific.
The Disneyland Small World
Thank you.
is underrated.
Yeah. That was on my list too.
Which feels rather strange because that's one of those attractions that is an opening day attraction, right? It's a Walt classic.
Well, not quite opening day, but it's a classic.
Right. It's a Walt classic, and it's one that people talk about a lot, especially like the older generations talk about it a lot and how like they love that ride. But I feel like it's gotten lost on the younger generations, probably because the song's annoying.
It's not.
It's really not. It's really not that annoying. Especially with the new verse that they added. Incredible. But like in Disneyland, they have the subtle touches of different IPs throughout the ride that just like it brings that Disney magic into the thing that Walt was trying to do, and that was show a place where the world can come together and show that like when we do come together, we're not actually as divided or as different as we thought we were. And it just it has that charm about it that I think people have lost. They just don't appreciate it like they used to. Which is why every time I go to Disneyland, I can get on Small World in like 10 seconds. It's wild. In Disney World, like same thing. Small World, granted, it's a different Small World. Less awesome in Florida, but I don't get the low wait. Granted, it's not a ride that I will ride. Like it's not my like I have to ride Small World, but like if I'm there, I'm gonna ride it. Right? Like if me getting on Small World is one of those things where it's like, well, I'm gonna experience a little bit of Walt's dream like right now. Perfect. I'm in it. Let's do it. And yeah, I think more people should probably ride that ride. It'll make your heart happy. It will make your heart happy. So yeah.
Yep, it did for me. Riding the one in California, I did not have like a giant affinity for the one in World, even though it was something that was nostalgic to me and something we would ride as a family every time, and my mother would always like really enjoy. She loves that ride. Probably going to do something themed for that for her, either her birthday or Christmas this year. But when I got to ride the one in California, it just being able to pick out the little differences, again, like you said, with the IP that's just sprinkled in throughout the entire thing, and the fact that, and Tyler can speak to this, the fact that they do different overlays for different seasons, and I believe at one point, not too far in the past, they had the Avengers were in there as little characters. Now they're not in there anymore right now, but they definitely
And they've
were.
done Pixar characters as well.
Yeah, so cool, so cool.
Yeah, but they don't really like make a big deal about it.
No.
That's what's cool, because
Yep.
it's not meant to be about that. It's meant to be about like how it fits into everything else that's going on. And another thing, like not even about the ride itself, but like they use that whole building facade for projection shows.
God, it's so good.
And yeah, and we stood and watched. I forget the name of the show.
Wonders.
But yes, thank you. And it was incredible. Like, I mean, like I was getting like emotional watching that show.
Uh-huh.
And there's just something about like that building, that facade is iconic in a way that the Florida one, because it's like indoors under that weird little roof thing, it just doesn't have the same
Right.
appeal.
Mhm.
Right.
There's just, yeah, it's just something about the Disneyland one. It has such a prominent place, you know, in the park. And yeah, it's just it's perfect. And yeah, like you said, Caleb, I don't know that it doesn't have to be like a must ride for everybody, but it's one of those where like if I have the chance, I probably will
Mhm.
go on it, because
Agreed.
yeah, it's just one of those like, and I love the aesthetic, the Mary Blair design to it.
Yep.
Cool.
And,
Yeah, it's one of a kind.
and like you said, with the various Disney IPs in there, like I love the fact that they don't shove the IP down your throat.
Mhm.
Right? It's like, oh, I didn't know I was going to see Simba, or oh, I didn't know I was going to see Aladdin and Jasmine on a magic carpet. Like that's cool. It's stuff like that. Or Tinkerbell,
Or like
and-
Moana, or
Right.
not Moana. Well, Moana might be in there too, but
Moana's in
she's
there
in-
with
she's
Pua
in
and
there.
Hey Hey.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch are like on a
Yep.
surfboard. Like,
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and you got Woody and Jessie, like they're characters that you don't imagine you would see in there, and then you see them and you're like, oh, that's awesome. Like,
Is it
just-
Miguel from Coco?
yeah,
Is that his
Miguel.
name? Miguel was in there too. Super
Yep.
cool. Like that was my
It's
favorite. I was
just-
like, oh my God. So cool.
It's nice subtle touches
Mm-hmm.
that they do, and I wish Disney would get back to that. Like, instead of throwing IP down your throat, that they'd just be like, oh, by the way, here's the Lion King. Oh, here's Miguel. Like it. I think that's the piece that they're missing. They're just trying to, because their IP sell, right? Like Frozen's the
Mhm.
thing. Frozen's giant hit. Frozen 2 giant hit. Frozen 3 I'm sure will probably be a hit.
Gonna make $1 billion.
Right. And because they know
it
it's going to
might
make
break
money,
even at $1 billion.
right? Like they know it's going to generate money, so they're gonna add it somewhere. They just will.
But what's interesting though is like in that park, in Disneyland Park, I feel like they're very careful about how they approach it. And I think because they know how attached people are to everything in that park. And I have become one of those people. You know, I'm not going to pretend that I've been there since the beginning. I didn't even grow up with this park, but over the last decade or so, like it has become my home park, and I just appreciate like how much they hold on to the past. That doesn't mean you can't add things, but if they're going to take away something, they're going to be extremely careful about it. Like if they tried to take away Mr. Toad's at Disneyland, I think people would boycott.
They'd riot.
Like you just can't do it.
Do you think they get away with it with removing the rivers of America? And
No,
Good God.
no,
Right?
because it's the heartbeat of that whole section of the park, because then you're ruining not only New Orleans Square, but you're ruining Bayou Country as well. And you're encroaching on ruining Galaxy's Edge. So, because it's all connected.
Mhm.
And, you know, the area of that park that I'm most protective of is New Orleans Square, because I think it's truly one of a kind. Like there's no other New Orleans Square around the world that matches that kind of aesthetic and feel. You have the original Pirates, you've got Blue Bayou, of course you have what's going on upstairs, which I can't wait to tell my story about being upstairs in that part of the park at Club 33. It's just incredible, but you can't touch that area. You can't do anything that ruins the magic that it has. Plus, it's where Fantasmic is. You can't touch it.
Yeah, but Fantasmic doesn't have seats, so
You don't need them.
kind of the lesser Fantasmic.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Charlie,
Fantasmic.
break the tie. Charlie, break the tie.
I
Fantasmic's
didn't
great.
get to see the one at
in Hollywood Studios.
at Land.
We kind of did as we were leaving Blue Bayou. It was going on.
But yeah, I mean, I heard it. But I didn't really
Yeah.
get to see it.
Yeah.
But the point is,
Fantastic.
you can hear it and see it from a much wider viewing area.
That I can see as a benefit, but I also, what happens if you're short?
Get there early.
Yeah, I was gonna say get taller, I guess.
Yeah, I guess get taller.
Or get one of the several dining packages that gives you guaranteed viewing.
Yeah. The pirate ship is cool. I'll give him that.
Mhm.
That's cool. Peter Pan fighting on the pirate ship.
Yeah.
That's
To
neat.
still have the Mark Twain and the Columbia. I don't know,
Yeah.
how do we get to Rivers of America? But basically, but yeah, just the point is, Disneyland is a very hard park to mess with. And people will say like, oh, what about Galaxy's Edge? But that was an addition to it. They didn't really have to take anything away to do that.
And to build Batu and Galaxy's Edge, they actually made the railway a little bit better, in my opinion. Like you get such great views now on as you go around Rivers of America on the train. Like it's quite impressive.
And then to keep it blocked out when you're inside Batu
Mhm.
is also really impressive, because the train goes right by like two of the entrances and you'd have no idea.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's that attention to those sight lines that we talk about, that like it's so good in Disneyland Park and has the potential to go so wrong at California Adventure.
Yep. And it does go wrong. Goes so wrong all the time.
Yeah, you can literally
But-
see everywhere at all times.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's well, and it's crazy. It just Disneyland is definitely won me over. I love Disneyland.
I was gonna say it. I know you want to say it.
I'll say it all day long. Disneyland has a special place in my heart for more reasons than one. But yeah. Well, that wraps up another episode of the Grim Grinning Dads. Please like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel, anywhere that you can hear and find your podcasts. You can also find us on Instagram at Grim Grinning Dads. Yeah, honestly, guys, like we want to hear your guys'
TikTok too.
Yeah, we have a
We
TikTok.
are
about
now.
on
TikTok.
I forgot. We are on TikTok. Okay, we're on all the socials.
We're
okay?
there
We're on
now.
all the socials.
Or all of them.
Honestly, we want to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, we want to know what you think is underrated, overrated, your hot takes, your favorites, anything. Drop them in the comments. Send us a message, whatever. We want to hear what you have to say. And also, if you guys would like any of us to help you plan your Disney vacation or a vacation anywhere around the world, just send us a message. Drop us a comment, let us know, and we'll reach out to you. And yeah, that wraps us up for this episode. Be sure to catch us on the next one when the dads come out to socialize.